A person's greatness is shaped by the strength of their thoughts. History has proved this truth through the lives of people like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, and Jeff Bezos. Napoleon Hill, in his famous book Think and Grow Rich, wrote, "What you think about, you become." But if this is true, then why do so many people fail to succeed? Do they not think about their future? Do they not recognize their potential? Today's story answers these questions and teaches a life-changing lesson. Along the way, you'll also learn a few new English words to improve your vocabulary. So stay with us till the end. This video will be worth your time. Once, at a bustling railway station, lived a beggar. Every day, he survived by asking travelers for alms as they waited for their trains. One day, as he was begging, he noticed a well-dressed businessman walking onto the platform. The man's expensive suit and confident walk instantly caught the beggar's attention. He thought, "This man looks wealthy. If I ask him, he'll surely give me a good amount." Filled with hope, the beggar approached him and stretched out his hand. But instead of giving him money, the businessman looked him straight in the eyes and asked, "Do you always just take from others? Have you ever given anything to anyone?" The beggar was stunned. No one had ever asked him such a question. Confused, he replied, "Sir, I'm only a beggar. I survive by asking people for help. I have nothing to give." The businessman gave a small smile and said, "If you believe you have nothing to give, then you also have no right to ask. I am a businessman. I believe in exchange. If you can offer me something, I can give you something in return. But if you have nothing to give, then I cannot give you anything either." Saying this, he boarded his train and left. The beggar stood still, shocked by what he had heard. So many years, and no one ever said this to me. He wasn't rude. He just told the truth. If I offer nothing, why should people give me anything? For the first time in his life, the beggar realized that perhaps people didn't give him much because he gave them nothing in return. That night, he could not sleep. The businessman's words echoed in his mind. If you want to receive, you must first give. But he wondered, what can I give? I am just a beggar. I have nothing. 2 days passed. The beggar was lost in deep thought. On the third day, as he sat at the station, he noticed a small patch of wildflowers blooming near the railway tracks. Their bright colors caught his eye. Suddenly, an idea flashed in his mind. What if, instead of only taking, I give something in return? What if I offer people a flower whenever they give me alms? He carefully picked a handful of flowers and returned to his usual spot. Whenever someone gave him a coin, he smiled and offered them a flower. To his surprise, people accepted the flowers happily. Some even smiled back. And soon, he noticed something incredible. As long as he had flowers, people gave him more money. When he ran out of flowers, the donations decreased. So it's true, he thought. People like to receive something in return. One day, while he was giving flowers in exchange for money, he spotted the same businessman sitting in a train. Excited, he ran to him and said, "Sir, today I have something to offer. If you give me money, I will give you flowers in return." The businessman smiled, handed him some money, and took the flowers. "You have truly understood the value of exchange," he said. "Today you're no longer a beggar. You have become a businessman." The train stopped at the next station, and the businessman stepped out. The beggar watched him go, his mind filled with new thoughts. Am I really a businessman now? After a moment, a realization struck him like lightning. I finally understand the secret of success. People are not giving me money out of pity. They are paying for the flowers. This means I am running a business. Filled with excitement, he made a bold decision that very day. He would never return to that station as a beggar again. 6 months later, at the same railway station, two well-dressed men met. They shook hands warmly, although one of them looked puzzled. "Have we met before?" he asked. The other man smiled. "Yes, we've met twice, right here, on this very train." The first man's eyes widened as the memory returned to him. "Wait, you're the beggar, the one I refused to give money to, and then later I bought flowers from." The former beggar laughed. "Yes, that was me. But today, I am not a beggar. I own a successful flower business, and I'm traveling to expand it further." The businessman was amazed. "That's incredible. What changed?" The flower seller replied with pride. "You taught me one of the greatest truths of life. We only receive when we give." That day, I realized I was never a beggar. I was a businessman all along. I just had to see myself that way. The two men shook hands again, now as equals, and boarded their trains toward their respective futures. Life becomes what you believe about yourself. If you see yourself as small, you will remain small. But the moment you recognize your inner strength, your entire future transforms. Don't limit yourself. See yourself as strong, capable, and worthy of success. Because when your thoughts change, your destiny changes with them. If you enjoyed this story, hit the like button, share your takeaway in the comments, and spread it to inspire others. See you in the next story.